Hey guys, this is Scott from Forgot to Grow Podcast, and welcome to the first edition of Rewatch Revisit Review, where I rewatch a movie I haven't seen in a while. I talk about my thoughts after revisiting that movie, and then I give a review for that movie. So now you know the three components of this new weekly video series I'll be doing. Let's talk about what this first video is going to be about, which is Hot Fuzz from 2007, starring Simon Pegg and Nick Frost as a couple English cops, I should say. Yes. So let's just dive right in and start with rewatch, guys. So I rewatched the film, but in case you guys haven't seen this in a while, I'm just going to give you a quick little summary of that snag from IMDb. So this film's about a top London cop, Simon Pegg's character, who's good. He's a great cop. Maybe a little too good, because the rest of his team's starting to look bad. Less than the London cops starting to look bad, so they decide to reassign him to a quiet little town of Sanford. It's in the middle of nowhere in London, or England. Damn it, I keep getting those two interchanged. Anyways, so he's teamed up with Danny Butterman, who is Nick Frost's character, who endlessly asks questions about the action of being a police officer in London. And Simon Pegg's character's all like, oh, it's not that much, it's always a lot of paperwork. And he's like, but what about the movies? It's a whole thing, okay guys? So anyways, everything seems quiet in this little town until two actors are found decapitated. Everyone calls it an accident, but Simon Pegg's character isn't just going to accept that, especially when more and more people keep turning up dead from accidents. So Simon Pegg's character and Nick Frost's characters clash with everyone while trying to uncover the truth behind the mystery of these apparent accidents. Alright, so that's all I'm going to give you guys. I don't want to give away too much of this movie because you guys should go rewatch it, okay? And so the way I rewatched it was I rewatched it on DVD because it's not on Canadian Netflix. I think I saw that it is on American and the UK Netflix for those of you who are in those countries. You can find it on there. As for the other streaming services in your countries, I can't help you. I'm in Canada. We only have a couple streaming services. It's not out. So that's why I watched it on DVD, but you can also get it on DVD yourself if you'd like. Alright, so let's move on to the revisit section now, guys. So my thoughts, guys, after revisiting this film is it's still good. It's still just as enjoyable as I remember first time I watched it. It's a good or great even an original action comedy with a kind of interesting and funny plot with wacky characters who just can't help but kind of enjoy and laugh at and just kind of grow a little attached to, especially the two main characters played by Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Their dynamic is just great, and this is probably one of my favorite, if not my favorite, Simon Pegg film. Like between this and Shaun the Dead. I don't know. I'll have to rewatch and revisit and review that next to find out whether it's better or not, but this is definitely one of my favorites from Simon Pegg, okay? And like I said before, I do love the dynamic and the friendship between Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and how they can kind of bring that friendship that they have in real life onto the screen, and you can see that through this and their other films, and I just especially love it in this one, because you can just see them kind of playing off each other, and that's what just makes this film so great. And so I also love the really great use of camera angles and editing in this film. It just has really, like, for me, when I remember first seeing this, and that's what I remember when I was revisiting this, I remember this was one of the first films that really uniquely used like really quick shots of just random things, but to help tell the story, like with the beer, like him with the beer getting poured at the pub and stuff like that. Just little things like that I just really enjoyed about when I revisit this, okay? But let's just move on to the review for this film now, okay guys? So my review for Hot Fuzz, let's just start off by checking out the critics and the audience ratings for Hot Fuzz. I checked out the internet. So IMDb rating for Hot Fuzz is a 7.9 out of 10, which is pretty good. I would have liked to have got that more in school, but the Rotten Tomatoes score for this, the critics gave it a 91% on the tomato meter with an average score of 7.7 out of 10, with audiences giving it a 89% on the tomato meter and an average score of 8 out of 10. So as you can see, both audiences and critics alike really enjoyed this film. But my personal rating is, I love this film too. I give it 2 thumbs up. It's one of my favorite modern day buddy cop action films. So what's my favorite part about the film? It was probably the final showdown with Nick Frost and Simon Pegg's characters facing off against the entire village with no killing. They don't kill anybody. They do a lot of non-lethal shots and injuries and different things like that. And that's what I think is really unique about this film, is that they decide not to just shoot and kill everybody like you would in like a Lethal Weapon or some other, or like literally any action comedy, especially the action comedies. They're even more lenient with just killing people, but not this one. They decided, no, these people are getting arrested. We're going to do that paperwork. So that was probably my favorite part. And again, along with the paperwork, they kept referring back to the fact that there's so much paperwork involved in police work, which is really true. I've heard. I'm not a police officer, but that's one thing I've heard is involves a lot of police work. So I like that they kept making that joke in this police film, or this movie about a couple police officers, fictional police officers, but nonetheless, that was probably my favorite part. Okay, guys, and the last part of my review is the recommendation, which is obviously I recommend it. Critics like it, I liked it, audiences liked it, everybody liked it. So I don't know why I even need to recommend it, but I would say I still highly recommend it to anybody who's an action comedy fan, buddy cop movie fan, or fans of Simon Pegg in general. Any of those people will very much like this, but anybody who just likes a fun action film would enjoy this nonetheless. But that brings us to the end of my rewatch, revisit review for Hot Fuzz. What do you guys think of this first video in this new series? What do you guys think of Hot Fuzz? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for joining me this week, guys, and have a good one today.